more on this. I'm joined now by Kadir Ustun, who's the Executive Director of the policy think tank, the SETA Foundation in Washington, D.C. Thank you very much for your time, Kadir. First of all, your thoughts on what the Turkish presidents had to say and the dispute over the status of the island and demilitarization.
Thank you. So Greece has been playing a dangerous game for months now. I feel like they feel encouraged by the current geopolitical situation where United States wants to support Ukraine and wants to oppose Russia, and Greece has put itself forward as an ally that could kind of be on the US's side, and the US has been supporting them with arms transfers, and recently, just last week, I believe, they lifted the arms embargo applied on Cyprus, and Greece is feeling like they somehow they think that Türkiye is somehow weak in the international arena and they can take advantage of the situation. But this is a wrong calculation, and this is creating a very dangerous situation. These islands were not supposed to be militarized. In 1947, through the Paris Agreement, Italians left these islands to Greece in return for, they specifically mentioned these islands are supposed to be demilitarized. And over the years, Greece has militarized these islands, and they're doing that even more these days. So this is a dangerous situation, and that's why you're seeing a strong Turkish reaction by President Erdogan.
Yeah, it does seem to be an escalation in relations between the two countries, and it's one of a number of incidents that have happened in the last few months. I mean, I just wonder how you see all this playing out and what your thoughts about a potential resolution could be.
Well, potential resolution may not come anytime soon because Greece is in an escalatory mode. It's for domestic political reasons, obviously, and I think they feel like in the White House they have an ally in President President Biden, who has always voted pro-Greek votes in the Senate in the past. But the U.S. policy has been, until recent years, to keep a balance between Greece and Turkey. Whatever support they've given to Greece, they try to match it on the Turkish side. But I'm afraid that this balance is being now sort of disturbed when the United States is giving all these arms to Greece, and then Greece deploys them to the islands. On top of it, Greece has already purchased some French aircraft, Rafale aircrafts, fighters, and then they're asking for F-35s from the United States, and they're advocating for Congress not to allow F-16s to be sold to Turkey. So this would create, if that scenario played out, it would basically tilt the balance in the Aegean Sea, the military balance, in favor of Greece, and that's a dangerous situation. Turkey would certainly respond, and we might get to a potential conflict. Of course, these two countries are NATO allies. That's not something we want, and obviously they need to get together, arrive at a resolution. But it's been many decades that some of the maximalist demands of Greece is really not reasonable. They're asking for 12 miles, borders for these islands, and they've already militarized some of these islands. And now the arms embargo against Cyprus is lifted. They might also, do a military build-up there. So I don't think Turkey is willing to sit idly by and watch these developments. It will have to respond, and that creates tensions. They need to, the Greek side is finding it advantageous to increase the rhetoric and make these moves. But there has to be a negotiation. There has to be a dialogue, serious dialogue, and these islands will have to remain demilitarized. Otherwise, all those international agreements we talk about, Paris Agreement, Lausanne Agreement, will essentially be violated.
Well, dialogue often the way forward, as it may well be in this situation. Kadir, thank you very much. Kadir Ustun there, Executive Director of the SETA Foundation.